Hello everyone, I'm Virginia. Welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, then welcome back. If not, then please hit the subscribe button down below. That way you guys can be notified about all my future videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. Today we are going to be doing kind of a closet tour, but basically we'll be picking things that will help put you guys more in a spring vibe from what you already have in your closet. So let's get started. Okay guys, so this is my closet. Yes, it is very tight packed. This isn't even the beginning of it. I do have some clothing in another closet, but this is the majority of what is sort of my spring wardrobe right now, because it has been winter pretty much up until like a week and a half ago. So actually I have a lot of my cold weather clothing in another closet. This is something that I think can help a lot of you guys, because if you are looking for something to wear for the spring but you don't want to buy a whole bunch of new clothing, then I think that there are tons of options that you can find probably from what is already in your closet. Now you might not have quite as much as I do in terms of I really don't throw clothing away. I pretty much keep my clothing and then I just like might rewear it a couple of seasons later. That way I don't end up shopping a whole bunch. But even if you don't have like a whole bunch of things from years past, you probably can still find a pretty good amount of things in your closet. So first up on the list, in terms of getting into the spring vibe, is definitely to wear bright colors. Now in a lot of places it's been dark, it's been cloudy, rainy, there have been a lot of storms. Now a lot of people wear dark colors in the winter, and if you've been wearing dark colors, the best way to make yourself feel like it's spring is to wear very bright and colorful things. Okay, so obviously picking brighter colors like pastel type colors is very into the kind of spring vibes. So this is a shirt that I've worn in a lot of my other videos, and it is just like a loose type of collared shirt, and along the collar there are actually like kind of like little flowers embroidered. And then I also have this shirt which I have worn before in quite a few other videos, and not quite seafoam green, but it's just bright and very lacy and definitely puts me into the spring mood. If you guys have something that is a lighter weight fabric that's a bright color, then that would definitely be a good option. Now this shirt is actually something that is very bright. It's very coral colored and it's very loose and has like a very thin fabric, but I would actually count it more in kind of like summer because it is so bright. It's very like coral, makes me think of like an island or something. So if you guys have something like this, you can also wear it, but I do feel like it fits a little bit more in the summer vibes. But it's definitely up to you guys in terms of what colors you usually wear. Now I don't know if you noticed, but I did have my closet in kind of like a color-coded type way. Obviously that has fallen by the wayside quite a bit, but I do kind of have my blues and purples, and then like my green or like seafoam green, pink, and then it just kind of all goes crazy over here, but we won't talk about that because a lot of that's winter clothing anyway. I'm a little bit, I guess you could call it like a clothing hoarder. I really don't throw away clothing, especially if it still fits and if it's still good, because then I can rewear it. A lot of times I see people buy things that I feel like they've probably donated in the past year. If you go and you throw away your clothing or you donate it and then you go back and buy the exact same thing, you're wearing something that's you probably already had. So that's why I tend to keep my clothing, and then I will just switch it out and I might bring it back a season or two later. Okay, so my next suggestion is florals. This is the outfit that I was wearing in one of my past videos, and it's a very floral type of like jacket kind of thing. I don't know what to call it because it's like it's a shirt but it's long, but you have to wear something under it. I don't know. And it has like a little floral and bird pattern on it. So this obviously is something that I put in the floral category, but even if you have just a regular dress that happens to have flowers on it, this is a dress that sometimes I wear in the winter, but because it is not quite too heavy, it can be something that's worn in spring. It definitely would be too hot for summer. Like, I know you guys can't tell what type of fabric this is, but it's on the heavier side. I think it's a heavier cotton or something. So it would be too hot for the summer. But for right now in spring, it's a brighter color. It's got flowers on it. and it is like on the shorter side, so it definitely gives me a very springtime feel. Now this dress that I have, I actually don't count obviously in springtime, even though there is a big floral pattern on it, and even though it is kind of light fabric, it's black, and so I definitely don't count it. It's majority a dark color, so I feel like it definitely doesn't put me in the springtime vibe. I might actually wear it later in the summer, maybe toward fall, as the colors start to get a little darker, and that way it's something that will kind of be new in my like wardrobe. I don't know why, but I call this like my Alice in Wonderland dress. I know she's got like a blue dress on, it doesn't have flowers, but something about like the sketch, these flowers are like sketched on, and it's like poofy. I'm trying to keep the belt up because it keeps falling, but and it is a very like kind of poofy type of dress that, I don't know, it just reminds me of Alice in Wonderland. But it would definitely not fall into my springtime vibes category because it's just too dark. Now I also have this dress. It's a little short plaid dress, and I also would not put this in my spring vibes category because it is a dark color, and also this type of plaid is definitely something that's more related to like Christmas. Now people might wear like an evergreen type plaid or like a red plaid, but I've definitely seen this as like a modified Christmas plaid because it's in blue, and it definitely falls more into my winter category, which is why I usually wear it with like leggings and maybe like a sweater or a jacket over it. See, because I have so much stuff, I was not planning on doing a trying on everything in my closet video because I think it would honestly take like weeks to film, and I feel like I would have to do like 5 or 6 parts. A lot of the clothing I do bring back and I rewear it, but then some of the clothing, like for whatever reason the style changes or like the fit maybe isn't quite right, so a lot of the things I might not wear as regularly. I feel like doing a trying on everything in my closet is so impractical. The next category that I have is something that I would highly recommend. Right now it could be a little hard. I definitely wouldn't wear white around the house. If you've seen my last video, which I'll place up on one of these sides, if you've seen my last video, which is about being comfy at home, I do not recommend wearing white while you're at home because you might not be as like conscious of like what you're doing or what you're eating, and so you might be more likely to ruin it. But if you are going out, then wearing white is definitely a good option, and something they say wear white after Labor Day or something. I don't think anyone follows that rule anymore, but spring is definitely the month for wearing white. So if you have like a white skirt or a white dress, definitely go ahead and pick it. So this romper is something that I've worn in previous videos. It is white and it just seems like something that you would wear to like a kind of like classy party or something. That's because it's like lace, it's got like so much detail, and I don't know. I just really like this romper for like fancier events. I actually wore it to a graduation once, but I would definitely recommend wearing white at this point in time because it's spring and it is the perfect time to show it off. As things start to open up, especially as we get into summer, I would definitely recommend having a white piece that you like to wear, even if it's just a white t-shirt. Honestly, I feel like it can really brighten up an entire outfit. It's like this, for example, this is white and it just goes over like a tank top or something, but it would definitely help brighten anything up. So my next recommendation would be to have something that falls into the flowy category. If you have a piece of clothing, it doesn't even have to be a dress, but if you have a piece of clothing that flows, then I would definitely recommend it. Or even something that has maybe cutouts, like for example, I have this dress, which I did in a haul earlier, I think. I got it from Forever 21. Now it is black, but it's also, I feel like, enough white to fall into the spring category. And I really like the picnic table like type vibe it's got going. It's got a cutout in the middle If you guys want to see it, I will link the video that I was wearing it in above. You can check that one out and you can see when I was wearing it, and it is on the flowier side. And then there is this outfit, which I will actually try on for you guys. And this is a dress that I have. I got it a couple of years ago, I think. And it's just very flowy, not tight fitting at all, a bright color, and it also has flowers on it. So it really falls into pretty much every category. This actually, it's not white. It might look white on camera. It's kind of like a light pink. It pretty much falls into every category. So this is something also that I really love and makes me definitely feel like it is springtime. But even if you guys don't have something that is quite as much as this, you would be going for is something that is maybe looser fitting, flowy, like the green shirt that I was wearing with the collar actually like goes back out a little bit in the back, and it's a little bit looser. It's not like too clingy, and it will definitely give a spring vibe. I also have two shirts here which are kind of similar but obviously not similar in design, and I have this white shirt. It's got some flower design, like flower embroidery on it, and it's actually not as flowy as it looks, but it's kind of flowy, and it falls very far down. It falls like at my knees actually is where the bottom comes down to, and it's collared and very loose fitting, so obviously this definitely falls into the springtime feels. A similar shirt, I have a Target shirt under it, one sec. This shirt is see-through, so I do usually have something under it. That's why I had that other shirt under it. But this is also something that's obviously very flowy. It's very long. It just keeps going. This one almost goes, it doesn't go down to my feet, but it almost goes down to my feet. So it's actually a little bit longer than the other one, but it's dark and it is a dark colored plaid. So even though it should fall into the springtime category, I definitely feel like it doesn't. I don't even feel like this is necessarily Christmas plaid because it doesn't have that like little kind of like gold or yellow threading through it. This is something that I wear more primarily in the fall as like a darker colored outfit. So even if you have something flowy, opt for a brighter color instead of just flowy. If you guys are looking to feel more like you're in the springtime vibe, I would recommend something that actually has nothing to do with clothes, is changing your hairstyle. I know a lot of us have been wearing hats or maybe just like not paying as much of attention to our hair, but if you've got something, there are a lot of tutorials online where you can do maybe some like very cute and elaborate braids, or just wearing your hair kind of like the half up, half down. Just changing your hairstyle can definitely help you feel like you're out of the winter doldrums. A lot of people, especially if they live somewhere really cold, have to wear thick hats, and then your scarf, maybe like whenever I'm somewhere cold, my scarf is always up to here, so then my hair is all like caught up in it, and my hair like doesn't even, like you really can't tell what it looks like because it's all under a scarf. I would definitely recommend changing up your hairstyle and putting on some sandals and then picking something bright and flowy and maybe floral, and that will put you 100% into the spring vibes feeling. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys liked it, then please give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you guys have any tips for how you guys like to get into the spring mood or spring vibe down in the comment section. If you have watched this video to this point, then please leave me an emoji of some flower. Yeah, a flower. Just any flower. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.